Hey, what's good, yo? It's Clutch City. It's Liddy. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over the QB situation. And as you all know, we currently have 4 quarterbacks on the roster, and Ryan Finley, who we made a trade for, was released. And since then, he hasn't been claimed by any team, so that's a bit surprising. He did pass physicals, him being unclaimed is a bit weird. Maybe he will be claimed later on, but so far our quarterback situation is Shaun Watson, Tyrod Taylor, Jeff Driskel, and Davis Mills. So what are your current thoughts on our QB situation right now?
First of all, I am a little bit surprised that Ryan Finley was not claimed by any team. He wasn't necessarily too bad. He's a young quarterback, still learning, still kind of that prototypical pocket passer that you may want. But we wish the best for him and his future in the NFL. Hopefully, he finds a team soon. But in terms of this season, I would expect, and I hope everybody expects, Tyrod Taylor to be the starter. He's going to be the veteran presence that we need at the moment. And yes, I know we just got Davis Mills, but Tyrod Taylor is pretty solid. His best season was in 2015, where he threw for 3,000 yards. He had only 6 interceptions thrown. I believe the Bills were also very successful that season. His record that year was 7-6 as the quarterback. So he's been pretty stable through his career. He led Buffalo to the playoffs. He was a good veteran for the Chargers and the Browns when they developed their quarterbacks in Baker Mayfield and Justin Herbert. And just a little bit about that, how that's important is because the Texans just got Davis Mills. Davis Mills is going to need development. He has the raw talent to play quarterback. He has the nice release that you want, very quick in the pocket, has sneaky mobility. He has all the little things that you want in an NFL quarterback, but he's not ready to play. I would expect Davis Mills to come in maybe around week 11, week 12, depending on the record. And everybody should expect the Texans to not necessarily have the best record. Maybe the Texans will be a 4-win, 5-win team. And you're going to just kind of hand the keys over to Davis Mills, see what he has, see what the Texans can do in the future. Kind of lets us decide in the draft if we're going to go for a quarterback, if we're going to build a team around Davis Mills. We have to trade Shaun Watson at some point or see where that goes with his case, which is a little sticky situation. Of course, we're going to see what happens with Shaun Watson, but I don't expect Shaun Watson to show up anytime soon. I expect Tyrod Taylor to be the starting quarterback for now, and maybe see Davis Mills around week 11 or 12.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson has not reported to OTAs, so I think we were all kind of expecting that. I mean, veterans aren't expected to attend OTAs either, but since the whole Deshaun Watson situation, since he has requested trade, kind of does add to that. But I mean, we all saw it coming, and I don't think Deshaun Watson will play at least this year. I feel like he's going to be suspended in some capacity. I feel like the NFL is already investigating him and whatnot, and it's no way that this whole situation gets resolved anytime soon. A trade still might happen. I'm predicting it'll happen after June 1st. That's when all the his cap hit of trading him is significantly less. So I think that's what will happen. I think a team will still end up trading for him. It's just they just understand the whole legal situation and see that Deshaun Watson probably won't play for them, at least for the first half of the season. Maybe the second half, I don't know, but I highly doubt Deshaun Watson does play a lot of games this season. Some expect him to do that, but yeah, that's my take on that. And then some Texas fans, really want Davis Mills to be quarterback number 1 from the very beginning. They just want to see what he can do as a starter in this league, even though as a rookie. Just see what he got and give him a whole season as like a sample size to work from. Because if we do start him, like say week 11 or 12, it's only like a 5-game sample size that you're basing it off on. And like some quarterbacks adjust faster to the league than others. So it's about whether or not we're giving Davis Mills a fair chance. And kind of have a weird feeling that we might not see Davis Mills at all this season, just because either Tyrod stays healthy, and I don't know if unless probably record wise, if we're a losing team, if we're probably a losing team after around the bye week, we may see Davis Mills, but I have a weird feeling we might not see him. I don't know, just a weird feeling that I have. I hope we do see him just to see what we have. I mean, since we did use a third round draft pick, I think we will. But yeah, it's just still what to see from Davis Mills. But yeah, also if we can talk about Jeff Driskel, he's 28 years old, would be a quality veteran on our team. And yeah, I don't think will see him at all this season. But yeah, probably a guy with decent knowledge about the game. Yeah, any other thoughts?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I don't really expect us to see Jeff Driscoll. I don't know if it's going to be like a Jordan Love situation in Green Bay where you literally don't see Davis Mills for the entire season and Jeff Driscoll is the backup. I wouldn't necessarily expect that to happen because this was the first pick the Texans made in the entire draft. They got Davis Mills and they identified him as the best player on the board, the best player that they wanted. So you would think, and when we're talking about competition and everything that Nick Cassera wants, so you would see Davis Mills at some point. And just because I think he'll play week 11 and show, it doesn't mean I necessarily wanted to play then. I would love for Davis Mills to be ready to play. I would love for Davis Mills to play as soon as possible. Heck, I would want Davis Mills to even beat out Tyrod Taylor and play week 1 against the Jaguars and see what he can do, see why we draft him, see why he was supposedly going to be the first pick in the draft next year. But a little more about Jeff Driscoll. I do think he's going to be a backup. He was drafted in the 2016 NFL draft by the 49ers in the 6th round, but he did not see the field until 2018. With the Bengals, he was given a little bit of a chance, and he only went 1-4 in that time. He threw for 1,000 yards, had 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So the quality of play wasn't too bad, but that Bengals team wasn't very good. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then he spent the last 2 years with the Lions, where he went 0-3 in 2019, and he did lose again in 2020. So his overall record is 1-8. Obviously, he's played on mediocre teams. So in a better situation, could Jeff Driscoll do good? Yes, of course. But there's a reason why he didn't play until 2018. It's because he never really got much further in his game after he came out of Florida. So don't expect too much from Jeff Driscoll, but I think there's nothing wrong with having a backup. Of course, I would have liked Ryan Finley over Jeff Driscoll, just with the potential that you have there. But I'm glad that we kind of are settling the team out, making some cuts, identifying who we want on this team. And I think it's pretty exciting. I think training camp should be really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, and also another thing of this is that we also have Pep Hamilton, who was previously on the Chargers, helped Herbert's development. And what's funny is that Tyrod Taylor was the starter for the Chargers. So I don't know. I'm not wishing anything on Tyrod Taylor, of course, but just saying that Pep Hamilton has been able to really do a good job at developing quarterbacks in his past. So maybe he can make Davis Mills into a pretty good quarterback. Well, that's still yet to see, yet to determine. So we'll never know until he actually plays a snap. But yeah, also about Deshaun Watson, like trade destinations, I really think the only really plausible ones are Miami and the Eagles. I think the Broncos could be a dark horse, but I don't really think that will happen. But what do you think about trade destinations for Deshaun Watson?
Ooh, I mean, that's a really, really tough because we heard about teams being interested throughout the draft, before the draft. But I'd say that Miami Dolphins have to be the number 1 option at this point. Teams you can already take out would be the 49ers. They got Trey Lance. That's their franchise quarterback. You could see maybe the Washington football team being in there. You could see, do I dare say the Giants? They loaded that roster up with talent. You might as well make a move for Deshaun Watson if you could. But not very many teams right now. The Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins got within the top 2 options at this point. And I just think that with the ongoing case with Deshaun Watson, that's going to be really, really hard to deal with. I'm sure there's offers on the table. There's just no way a team can say right now, I'm going to make a trade for Deshaun Watson with everything that's going on in his life outside of football.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hopefully it happens because I'm just ready for this whole thing to be over. To be honest, kind of tiring just seeing the same thing over and over again. Just want to get over with it. And yeah, also, just to end off the video, what like stat predictions do you expect? Say Tyrod Taylor starts all 16 games and plays them. What do you predict his stat line to be?
So if he plays all 17 games
Oh yeah,
now, yeah,
17.
17. So he's actually never played 17 games, all 17 games his entire career. But I look at 2017. He had 2,800 yards after playing 14 games. So I'll say this year on a pretty iffy offense, we don't necessarily know what's going to happen. A very run-heavy team. I would go with 3,200 passing yards, and then 17 passing touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. I think he's going to be more on the conservative side. He's not going to throw the ball deep, but he's pretty mobile. We'll use him in the running game. I think we'll have like 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns as well. He won't turn the ball over that much. He's going to try to be the leader of that team, be a team captain, just build the culture there. That's what he's brought in to do. So don't expect his numbers to go absolutely crazy. I think that's a fair estimate after playing 17 games.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's definitely reasonable. And apparently, like most players are, he's in the best shape of his life. He looks pretty good from what I've seen, like pictures wise, and like from the few clips of off-season tape. Obviously, every player kind of looks like a beast that's going to absolutely dominate. But hopefully, he's in great shape. I'm pretty sure he is. And yeah, we'll just have to see how our whole quarterback situation plays out by week 1, I guess. And that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know your thoughts on our quarterback situation. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.